What if everything you've been taught about time was wrong? What if the reason you feel out of sync, exhausted, or disconnected isn't personal, but systemic? If you've been searching for a spiritual awakening or a way to heal your circadian rhythm, listen closely, because the calendar we follow was designed to disconnect us from divine order. There's an ancient rhythm still pulsing beneath this chaos, the Enochian Calendar, a sacred code of light and time that our ancestors once lived by. And when you return to it, your body, your spirit, and even your plant begin to remember. Divine timing isn't luck. It's law. It's the heartbeat of creation. The moon knows when to rise. The flowers know when to bloom. Even the herbs you enjoy follow sacred clocks. When we align with divine timing, we stop chasing deadlines and start moving in sync with destiny and the laws of the universe. In the beginning, time was sacred, a gift from the Creator. Enoch, the seventh generation from Adam, revealed the divine order, a year of 364 days, perfectly balanced, 12 months of 30 days each, anchored by 4 sacred days to complete the cycle. It began not in the dead of winter, but in the renewal of spring. It was the rhythm of Eden, unbroken. But power seeks to control, not to align. By the 4th century, Emperor Constantine merged empire with religion, placing politics above spirit. Time became a tool of rule. Then, in 1582, the severance became complete. Pope Joyce XIII replaced the ancient count with the Gregorian calendar. October 4th became October 15th. In a single decree, 10 days were erased from history to align Easter with taxation, with Rome's authority. What was once a conversation with the cosmos became a schedule for commerce. Humanity slowly adjusted to an artificial rhythm, one built for profit, not balance. We forgot the seasons for the soul. And as the clock was rewritten, so were the scriptures. Texts that taught spiritual sovereignty were declared forbidden. The Book of Enoch revealing the laws of light, the Pistis of Sophia charting the soul's journey and the hidden biblical history, the Gospel of Mary Magdalene, and the Book of Jubilees. They were hidden or destroyed because they taught a dangerous truth, that God is found within, not just within an institution. But the truth cannot be buried forever. In 1945, near Nag Hammadi, Egypt, the earth gave back what was stolen. Clay jars, sealed for centuries, were unearthed. Inside were the lost keys, texts of wisdom, balance, and unity. They were not heresies, they were healing, and for that reason, they were silenced. Today we still live under the shadow of rewritten time, confusing productivity with worth. But the divine calendar was never destroyed, only hidden. And the moment we remember, the illusion of control begins to crumble. December tells us to buy what we already have, love, peace, and joy. But Christ wasn't even born in December. And the year never began in winter's death. It began in the spring of rebirth. The modern system keeps us distracted, spending, consuming, forgetting. Yet every fiber of the earth calls us to remember. The real new year starts when the flowers bloom. This isn't just spiritual awakening, it's economic freedom. Every dollar we don't spend on empty holidays is a prayer for balance. And that balance calls us to herbalism. Herbalism is divine timing in practice, the living calendar of creation. While empires rewrote the clock of men, the plants never forgot. Every herb still listens to the heavens. Each seed remembers its light, when to rise, when to rest, when to bloom, and when to return to the soil. They are our oldest teachers, our oldest ancestors, showing us how to move with God's seasons instead of man's schedules. Dandelion awakens with the true new year in early spring, cleansing the liver for a natural detox as the earth renews herself. Nettle follows, restoring minerals to the blood as daylight strengthens, while summer mugwort opens the inner eye, guiding dreams and intuition at the height of the sun. As autumn approaches, sage matures, calling us to purify, release, and prepare. And in winter stillness, roots like burdock and ashwagandha grow downward, teaching rest, resilience, and regeneration. Each plant carries a sacred timestamp, a signature of the season it was created to serve. Together, they form a living harmony, the ancient calendar written not on paper, but in the leaves, the roots, and breath. When we harvest out of season, medicines weaken, not because the plant fails, but because we stepped out of alignment. But when we gather in their appointed time, we return to covenant, a rhythm of reciprocity. The medicine deepens, the prayers carry further, and the healer remembers who they are. Our ancestors lived by this knowing. They didn't just use herbs, they walked with them, prayed with them, and planted by sacred time. This is why herbalism was feared and criminalized, because it kept people sovereign, connected to both earth and heaven. It was spiritual technology, healing, timekeeping, and prophecy intertwined. And even now, as the world runs on false time, the plants still remember. They do not answer to capitalism or clocks, only to the frequencies that govern life. When we align our teas, fasts, and cleanses with these natural cycles, the body remembers what the soul forgets. We stop forcing health and begin following it. And this is holistic healing in its purest form. That is divine timing. Not only in the stars, but in every seed, in every leaf, and in every breath. To return to divine timing isn't just rebellion. It's remembrance. It's how we heal from disconnection. When we honor the true new year in March, not January, we realign with the creation's pulse. When we plant, pray, and prepare in season, we restore divine balance in ourselves and the earth. This is why I no longer rush to buy gifts in December or measure worth by deadlines. I live by the light, not by clocks. And I invite you to do the same. The shift isn't about rejecting faith. It's about reclaiming truth. It's about remembering that time itself was once sacred, and we were stewards. The herbs, the moon, the breath. The herbs, the moon, the breath. They've been keeping divine time all along. We are the ones who forgot. But remembering begins now. So, as the holidays approach, pause. Ask yourself, whose time am I living in? Step outside. Feel the earth beneath your feet. Listen to your breath. You'll hear the clock of creation still ticking, still waiting. Reclaim your rhythm. Practice seasonal living. Study the herbs. Follow the light. Because divine timing isn't coming. It's been here all along.